Hello, welcome back to Master the PLC Programming. Myself is Nitin from Autosys, and in this session, we are going to see how to create a pulse. That pulse will be on for 5 seconds and off for 5 seconds, and this should be continue counting 5 second on, 5 second off, 5 second on, 5 second off. So we required a timer. Since we required a pulse on for 5 seconds and off for 5 seconds, so we are going to have the two timers. So let's add timer. Just I'm giving the timer name, timer 1. Okay, now we want to run this timer for 5 seconds. So just add 5s. Oh, this t hash 5 seconds. That means this timer will be run for 5 seconds. Then just before that, we're going to add one memory bit start just to start this timer. Okay, now we want output as a pulse, so just this output as a pulse. Okay, now we're going to have another timer. T on timer 2. So this timer will also run for 5 seconds. 5 second. Okay, t hash 5 second. Okay, now once you start this button, when this gets high, then the timer 1 will start counting, and after 5 seconds the output will turn on. So then this pulse bit will turn on. Okay, at that time we also want to run the second timer to get the 5 second off. So when this timer has to start when this q output of the timer 1 goes high. So we'll use the NO contact of the timer 1. Timer 1 output. Okay, so after timer 1 finish the 5 second, timer 2 will start, and after 5 second this bit will turn on. Okay, now we want to reset this timer 1. So how to reset? We can use this output address, but which bit to use, NO bit or NC bit? So let's assume we use the timer to NO bit. Okay, so then what happened? So at the beginning, if you both the timer will off, the output will remains off, and when you start this start signal, when this goes high, both output, since both output is timer, both the output of the timer is off, so this timer will not turn on. So then we have to use the NC bit. So what happened by using NC bit, that when this timer finished, because once you start this button, then this is the NC. So earlier it was 0, both the output of the timer is 0, so this will turn on and the timer 1 will start running, it start counting. Then the output goes high, and the timer 1 output since goes high, then the time after 5 seconds the timer 2 will start. After 5 seconds of this timer 2, this bit goes high. Okay, so this bit, when this bit goes high, then in next scan cycle this output will turn off, because it is we are using NC contact. When this is off, the timer 1 will reset to 0. Once the timer 1 is reset to 0, this will also turn off and timer 2 will also reset. Then next cycle what happens, since this will become a 0. Once this become a 0, then here in the next cycle it will become turn on, because 0 in NC bit will convert 0 to 1. So once this become 1, then timer 1 will start counting, then after 5 seconds timer 2 will start counting. So just now I'm going to download this program in PLC, and then we will see the live demonstration. Go online, Okay, now we'll see now both the timers. Oh, already. Okay, now since the start bit is off, so both the timer is off. Now see, we have used the NO contact of timer 1, so that is off. Since the NC contact is of the timer 2 is used, so it is showing in green because this is off, that means this is on. So once I turn this on, this will give the signal to the timer 1. Timer 1 will start counting. Let's see now timer 1 is started. After 5 seconds, the output of timer will turn on. Then the timer 2 will start. Okay. Now once the timer 2 start, see when timer 2 finish the counting, then the timer 1 resetted. This will reset will happen in when one scan cycle, that will be in milliseconds. So it's very difficult to see that reset. So I will explain you again here what happened when this timing is completing. When this time the timer 2 completes the counting, so after 5 seconds this will turn on. When this bit is on in the next cycle, so when we are use here NC contact, so this will turn off. When this will be the off, the input to the timer 1 is off, then the output of the timer will reset to 0 or output will be turned off. Once this is off, then the input to the timer 2, that will be also off. Okay, once this is off, then output of the timer 2, that will be also off. Then in next second cycle, what will happen? This is 0. At the input of this NC contact is 0, then it will turn to 1. Once it turn to 1, the timer 1 will start counting again. Then after 5 seconds, timer 2 will start counting, and then this keep on repeating again and again. See, now timer 1 is on, counting 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 5 second. This pulse is on for 5 seconds. Now see, the pulse is off for 5 seconds. Now it is again on for 5 seconds. So this is, in this session you can see how we can reset the timer by using the NC bit. So I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching this video.